I just had a realization or an epiphany of a better way to explain how I saw myself before my gender transition and how that affected me then and now. I was incapable of seeing myself as an average male, and I was only able to judge myself as female, which resulted in me seeing myself as an extremely ugly female, and it made me feel disgusting. I'll think more on the wording, but there's a kernel of a very good way to go with it because it does imply quite a bit. For instance, how I would describe this before would take a lot more to say. I was trying to put it in terms of like a compass, because we all have ways that we think, well, we all have things that we think would be good or bad for us. When we think of ourselves as being fit or fat, we tend to think that fit would boost our feelings of ourselves, and being very obese and disgusting would make us feel really bad about ourselves, and we'd have a lot less confidence. But there's some things that are actually flipped per sex. So if a man starts growing breasts, he's probably going to have a very hard hit to his self-esteem. If he has a nice flat chest, he'll probably have a higher confidence because of that. Whereas it's flipped for women. If a woman doesn't develop any chest, that's normally going to affect her confidence in herself very poorly. And if she does have an average-sized chest, then that's going to actually most likely result in her feeling better about herself and possibly more confident. And for me, my opinions on all these aspects have always aligned with the female way of aligned with what females look up to and want to be like, and not males. And that's a very clumsy way to explain it. So I think saying that, the new idea, with a little bit of more polishing, would be a good way. Like, for instance, I could also say, like, I was incapable of seeing myself as a male, and so I was only able to see myself as an extremely ugly female. I'm not sure how to encapsulate more nuance into that would be picked up by more people, because the more you condense an idea, the more chances there are, especially if you use politicized words, for people to misunderstand. So I also have to work on understanding which words are politicized and which ones aren't. But it's definitely better than the old saying of, I just felt like a woman trapped in a man's body. It's like, that makes no sense. That is my long compass, like male-female switch thing. It's cumbersome, but it makes more sense than that. At least it makes sense if you listen. So that's my new thing I've been thinking about. It just came to my mind like 10 minutes ago, and yeah, I'm just thinking about all the possible ways that can be understood, because when something gets politicized, people start developing alternate opinions about it. And like if you say Republican to a Republican, they tend to think, oh, reasonable people. If you say Republican to non-Republican people, sometimes they'll think like, oh, they're Nazis. And it's like, oh, brother, like, why can't we get this sorted out? Like, we should be working on the same definition. So you have to go to other things like someone who believes in more conservative, I can't say conservative, someone who believes that less taxes are better. You know, like, you have to really break it down to get away from all the politicized words, because politics just destroys words. And so you have to also avoid those landmines or word mines, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to go back out and work on my workshop. Almost got the south wall done, and I can go and start putting up the insulation walls, so that's pretty good. I've been scraping off all the glue that was on the metal, because I recycled metal, and it had a bunch of like roofing sealant on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick little video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya!